To the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services.
Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services.
Well, thank you very much, and I thank the member for her questions. And certainly, you know, when I look at the great work that our police officers are doing every single day to support communities and support us, we have to commend their great efforts. And I know, yeah. And you know, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I do have regular conversation with Chief Larkin and all other police services, including our OPP officers, and the aspect of moving forward to ensure that they are safe in their practice, but also ensuring that they have the right resources to practice and to continue the great work they do. I am very open. We are moving on our strategy for Safer Ontario, Mr. Speaker, and definitely this is something we are considering.
Question, the member from Trinity-Spadina.
Well, thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Finance. Ontario's vibrant arts and culture organizations are part of what makes this province such a great place to live. 401 Richmond, a building in my riding, is occupied by over 140 artists, culture creators, startups, galleries, festivals, and shops. And many of the tenants in this building are non-profit charitable organizations. On Tuesday, I was very happy to announce that 401 Richmond has had their property tax assessment reduced. This reduction is a result of a reassessment of the property valuation by the Municipal Property Assessment Corporation. Speaker, through you to the Minister, can he please share with this House the details about the reduction of the property tax reassessment for 401 Richmond?
Question, thank you. Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I applaud the outstanding advocacy of the member of Trinity-Spadina on this very issue. And I am proud and happy to talk about the resolution to the stakeholders in his riding. MPP Dong has worked tirelessly with the owner and tenants of 401 Richmond since February. And I thank the member for his leadership, and I cannot underestimate the value that cultural and innovation hubs contribute to our communities and our economy, which is why I'm pleased that MPAC and the property owners were able to resolve the assessment appeals for this property through a negotiated settlement, which has reduced the 2016 current value assessment by more than 40%. There will also be a tax refund for the 2013 to 2016 tax years. I am proud to work alongside all our colleagues in this House and my caucus members who work so hard to support local arts and our community centres.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Minister, for your answer. I'm pleased that MPAC was able to deliver a reduced assessment for this cultural hub, which is so important to me and people in my riding. While the reduction provides some time to address the concerns of the tenants, it does not address the future financial uncertainty that they are facing regarding the potential increase in their property tax. That is why I'm encouraging the City of Toronto to explore a new property tax class for non-profit organizations. I'm mindful that this will impact the bottom line of the city. That is why I'm happy to hear the Ministry of Finance is taking a very responsible approach by asking the city to provide a definition of this new class. Speaker, through you to the Minister, can he provide details on the next steps of implementing this new property tax class?
Thank you. Minister.
Mr. Speaker, following MVP Dong's engagement on this issue, we have been meeting with the City of Toronto to discuss the tools that the city can use to reduce property taxes for the owner and the tenants of 401 Richmond. These discussions have examined the range of existing tax tools that are at the city's disposal, including tax rebates for charities and heritage properties and tax exemptions from municipal capital facilities. We've also explored the possibility of creating, as the member just mentioned, new property classes, a property class that could be created through regulation under the Assessment Act. So first and foremost, we would need a formal request from the City of Toronto to create such a class. We've already seen support from local City Councillor Joe Cresci, who has recognized our government's cooperation. And once we receive the Council's resolution, the Minister of Finance would work with the City to develop a framework that would encompass the eligibility criteria that it desires. We will continue to support the City and other parties in this effort to ensure that properties like 401 Richmond can continue to operate as important incubators for arts and cultural community.
Thank you.